Hey, this is Matt Cashman, and this is my Rise Reflect. As I reflect back on this past class and kind of the work that we accomplished and everything that we did, my attitude towards it was really good. I know a lot of this stuff was stuff I've worked with before. Working as a creative arts associate at a church, a local church here, I've kind of had some experience with Illustrator, with Photoshop, with After Effects, and a little bit, not so much with Premiere. I've done more with Final Cut, but that's why Premiere kind of gave me the biggest headache in the world. I kept trying to use the shortcuts I used in Final Cut, using Command B to break up the clips, and it wasn't doing anything. So that was just adapting to these different tools was not the easiest. And the one biggest struggle that I feel like I had, and if I look back, I wish I could go back and change, was the time I put into these projects. I wish I had dedicated more time and kind of kept myself on the schedule more. When these classes and the different assignments kind of broke out of the norm of the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday thing, it just threw me a curveball because I tried to kind of get in the routine of kind of doing my works in the afternoons, and then like this past week there's an assignment due on Friday, and I'm doing it kind of right now. That kind of threw me off and threw me a curveball because I was kind of expecting it to be today. And the biggest thing is just paying attention to all the detail. Not just the details of the instructions of the assignment, but the details of when they're due, what different things you need for them, and all that, and just being prepared for it. That was the biggest thing that just kind of I wish I could go back and change moving forward. So as I started to kind of dig into this more, the biggest questions I found myself asking myself was, how different is Premiere from Final Cut? How different are the different interactions? What can I do with Final Cut that I can't do with Premiere, and vice versa? What can I do with Premiere that I can't do with Final Cut? You know, because one of the things I've been dealing with the question of is, will Premiere actually be a better workflow for me than Final Cut? Even though it kind of was the biggest headache ever to try to learn the other day. But I can see it being an easier workflow because everything else I do is in Adobe. That's actually the only program where I step outside of Adobe to do something else. So I've been debating with the fact of, is that something I can dig into more? You know, so I want to dig into more of the resources that are available, look at the free tutorials and stuff, lynda.com, different tutorials, and kind of explore whether Premiere can be a better thing for me to edit in than Final Cut is. You know, the big thing is, if I had more time, I wish I could have spent more time being creative with the assignments instead of just kind of trying to get the minimal done. You know, at the beginning of the class, I was dedicating a little bit more time and kind of really digging into how can I make these assignments better, what can I bring creative style into, what can I bring my own style into with my blog posts and the website design. I actually used a website that I was building for myself. I built my own portfolio website through Squarespace, and so I adapted my blog and there actually into the blog for this class, and it gave me an opportunity to be a little bit more creative with it, to kind of have a little bit more design to it, and kind of be able to bring my own personal branding into that blog. And so that was kind of an exciting and fun thing to do. But as the class went on, I got kind of more stressed with things outside from working full time and starting my own business that launching this Friday and everything else, and I just kind of like got overwhelmed and did the minimal instead of doing bring creative into it, bring my creative skills into it. You know, because a lot of these are things I've already experienced with, I've had experience with going into this, and so I wanted to bring more into it. And I wish I could have put more into it than I did. And a lot of that comes from just lack of time management. My experiences in this class this month were incredible. You know, all these programs are things I can dig really deeper into. It was cool getting to learn kind of Premiere and InDesign, because those are two that I've had barely experience with. The InDesign has a really cool thing that I think I will be able to adapt. As I'm getting ready to launch my company this week, one of the things I was kind of wanting to do was kind of build out a portfolio, a digital portfolio that people can download to be able to see my work and what I can do and what I can offer. And being able to actually design the portfolio and design, I think will take it to the next level to really put out something better than just like a PDF document. I thought of creating something in Illustrator and exporting it, but having the interactiveness that InDesign could have, I think would be a cool aspect that would bring a different twist to it. So I'm excited to kind of dig into using Premiere and using InDesign, and just seeing what I can do with it, seeing what I can create, and kind of seeing, hey, can I take the materials I'm creating to another level? And same with learning Premiere and kind of seeing, hey, can this take my workflow to somewhere I haven't been before? And seeing where that goes. And so I'm excited about the ways these different classes, these different things that we learn in this class can take me to a new level with my career and with my business. So I'm excited to learn more.